Boy, if I ever told you that you don't know your age and you go to step into a truck and drive for 8 hours, you're going to find out pretty damn quick. Because I stood up after driving and I thought that my back was going to break in half from bending over that steering wheel. You forget the toll that it takes on your body until you go to do it again, but you'll get reminded pretty damn quick. Rough time driving. I'll holler back at you in a minute. So this is Ross. Welcome back to Keep Moving Forward. So yeah, I did my 8-hour trip, Eco Shred load to Kansas City and back. I drove 4 hours, and the trainer that I've got has already picked up another student before I've even left. So both me and this other student, I drove 4 hours back. The other student drove 4 hours down. But I was in a seated position for 8 hours, and with my hips and back, I definitely knew it by the time I was done, just from sitting so long. After I started walking again, got out of the truck and started walking, I was fine. But man, I felt like I was going to stand up, sneeze, fart, and die all at the same time after I stood up out of that seat. But I got over it. Just rough getting back into the swing of driving. Ready to test out on Friday. Going back at 9 a.m. tomorrow at the Plaza Building. I don't know what that's going to consist of now because both me and the other student are showing back up at 9 o'clock. If I had to guess, I would suspect it's pre-trip. Because that's the hardest thing, at least in my mind, to learn. Maybe different from somebody that's never driven a truck before, but the older you get, the harder it is to remember things, and that's a fact. And the only thing that's going to get it done is repetition. You've got to study that pre-trip. If you're coming in to training at Prime, look online, look at videos on anything you can on the 2024 pre-trip. You could do a search for Prime Inc. 2024 pre-trip, and there are several that'll pop up. They're all a little bit different, but they're also all pretty much the same. It's verbiage. It's different in the order that people do them in, but if you get that general verbiage down, it's a walk in the park. Once you start doing the pre-trip on a truck, it makes it a lot easier to learn once you start doing that, because you've got a point of reference. If you look at something soft, you know that there's no abrasions, bulges, or cuts. If it's a part that's hard, you know that it's not cracked, bent, or broken. And those are the two biggest phrases that you're going to learn while doing the pre-trip. It's over and over again you say those things. Properly mounted, secure at both ends. That's another one. And that's anytime you have a hose, or any part really, it's going to be secured in a vehicle, and it's going to be secured at more than one point. So if you say that it's properly mounted, secured at both ends on everything you go to, you know it's not wrong, even if you give them more than what they actually need. So study that pre-trip, get it down, get the script down, and go through the motions. Just repeating it over and over again, what's on the paper, that'll get you to learn it. But you definitely need to do it to have a frame of reference. Looking at any particular part is going to give you an idea of what you need to say. There's very few things that are different, like the tire. And you've only got one tire. You used to have to do all of them. The pre-trip is about half, but like I said, so is my memory, so it evens out. And like I said, this is just a brief idea of what I went through today. You know, we met up at 8 o'clock over at the Plaza Building. And then we got in the truck. We went over to Eco Shred, picked up the trailer, got the trailer, and we hit the road. Although they are all Prime trailers, but they're unmarked. The Eco Shred ones are. because why spend the money to put the decals on something that they're pretty much all beat up trailers that you do the Eco Shred loads with. But we got on the road probably at around 8:30 or so, if I had to guess. And we were back at the Plaza building by 4 o'clock this afternoon, so it wasn't near as long as the day I thought it would be. And I'm glad, because I'm beat or worn out. So I'll be studying my pre-trip some more, just because I feel that's like what we're going to be doing tomorrow. I'm pretty sure that I'm ready to pass right now, all of it. But any practice is going to help. And I don't want to sound arrogant, because I'm not. There's plenty that I've forgotten in the trucking industry, and there's plenty of things that have changed, and it's always changing. So if I drove 18 years ago, that really don't mean jack. I am pretty much on the same level with a lot of these guys. I don't consider myself better, and if I've ever come across that way, I really don't feel that way. I've got my doubts just like everybody else has. So please don't take any self-confidence that I have as arrogance, because it definitely ain't that. But yeah, I figure that it'll probably be pre-trip. I don't imagine it'll be a full day. But I imagine we'll be probably doing pre-trip, either that or the backing. After having driven 8 hours today, I'm pretty sure we won't be going over the drive, although we might. Who knows? Other than that, I ain't got much. I do have a roommate. I have had for the last few nights. Hell of a guy. Terrible with names, so I can't remember his name. He was a football player, and you can tell it. He was a big boy. He's 6'5" and about 340. But super nice guy, and very diligent and ready to learn. And that's always a plus. If you come in this and you ain't ready to put your all into it, then you're wasting your time. Because it takes your all. It takes every bit of it to succeed. And like Eric from Driver Lineup said, you got to come out here with a plan. Don't come out here willy-nilly and just roll with the flow. You got to have an idea, an intent, and a purpose to move forward. And that's what it's all about. Keep moving forward, right? But that's all I got. I love you guys. Take care, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.